Hey guys, what's going on? This is Knife Standards. It is raining outside. All right, so let's see. We have a ton of knives on the table to unbox and check out. I'll show you the stack. There we go. We'll get into those. We'll see if we can get through all of them. And what else is going on? Oh, this guy's still for sale. Sharp by design, pretty clean, mint condition. And there's one more Polar Express available on my site, knifestandards.com. Last one, and that is it for the Polars. So definitely check that out. Hopefully it's still in stock by the time you're watching this. And I think that's just about it. All right, let's get this out of the way. Oh, and this thing is also for sale. This beast. All right, let's go ahead and start with something from Tenable, EDC Knives and Tools. This is the Anomaly Dirk Pinkerton. Why does that sound so familiar? Dirk Pinkerton. Do I know Dirk Pinkerton? I don't know. All right, Blackwash Nitro V, blue micarta with frag pattern. Oh, okay, I like this. This is cool. We got a bunch of stuff. Get that to the side. Not a huge micarta fan, but this is pretty cool. I like, of course, that the blade is totally enclosed in the handle. A nice texture on this kind of, not a micarta expert, but on this kind of blue jeans-ish micarta. Flipper only. Little off center, but I don't think that's the end of the world. And the clip is not my jam. So this is definitely on the budget side of things, which is totally fine. The flipper tab is very small, very minimal. So in order for this to work well, and we have a T6. Are these both T6s? Looks like it. In order for this small flipper tab to work well, the detent got to be strong. So it's a liner lock. If the detent is strong, I think we have a winner. If it's not, then womp, womp, womp. Nope, it's strong. There you go. That's how it's got to be for such a minimal flipper tab, because you don't have, like, for example, on this guy, the detent's not super strong on my Sonora, but you have a lot of leverage because there's a bigger flipper tab. It's up higher. You're pulling down on it. The detent is great on this, by the way, but it's not super strong. This, with a smaller flipper tab, you just need it to be crispier because there's just nothing to pull down on. You know, I'm not pulling the blade out by pushing the flipper tab down. I'm almost doing a little push button action and just kind of pushing this in to the left. Yeah, nice. Okay, so detent, they got absolutely right. Lockup looks good. Personally, for me, I like it a little. I mean, what would you say? That's 20%. I like it just a little bit more, tiny bit, but it's not, it's not an issue at all. Detent, though, they nailed it. Now, when I'm deploying the knife or holding it, I'm already getting pinched by the clip, which sucks. But that's how it is on a lot of budget knives. They just put the same clip. I feel like every company does the same style of clip. It is what it is, Ergos feel good. I actually don't feel the clip as much as I thought I would. Nitro V steel, coated blade, little black wash action, rock solid lockup. Tenable. Tenable is, they're a, like CJRB and Artisan Cutlery. Tenable is, there's another company that's affiliated with Tenable, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but let me know in the comments. What do we got here? Oh, Dirk Pinkerton. Cool. All right. Nice. I think this is a cool little budget knife. I'm hoping this comes in right around $65. All right, that's one. Next up, we got something. Actually, we have a few things in from Kansept. You know what? Got 3 knives. Looks like 3 knives from Kansept and 1 from Kavol. So let's bust into this and see what it is. We've gotten some crazy things in from Kavol lately. Cobra, it sounds crazy. I don't know if it's going to be crazy, but it sounds like it. All right. feel like all their stuff is crazy. Yep, it's crazy. What the hell is it? Cool though. They're all, I mean, I say crazy, but they're cool. I don't know what this is either. Oh, don't eat that. Okay. By crazy, I mean like wild designs, not my style. This is really weird. Wow. So we have this little finger ring. Again, I don't know a ton about that, but I've seen lately, especially a few knives I've gotten in have had this. So I think it's for, for grip. You get your finger in there when the knife's deployed. Also, this, maybe this is designed by the same person. I'm clueless. Maybe this is designed by the same person that designed that last one. It was Ultim. I reviewed yesterday. I don't know. Anyway, is it a button lock? Oh. Yes. Button lock, plunge lock. Well, this is cool. I mean, I really like these contoured scales. The texture feels really nice because it's kind of like worn out in the middle. It feels like it's already been kind of carried and used, which I think is cool. I'm not sure about this hardware. Geared back spacer going into the little finger ring. Let's try the thumb disc. Nice. I do like the sound of a plunge lock, of a button lock. Stubby little tanto, sharp ink choil, flat ground. Feels I don't know actually. Feels flat to me, but it might be a slight hollow. Yeah, I guess it is hollow. Anyway, S90V says looks like S90V. Flipper tab, very minimal flipper tab. Works really well. I guess that's the way to do it. Cool. This thing is interesting. The only thing I'm not into, I mean, it's not my style for sure, which you guys already know, but the only thing I'm really not into is it's the hardware. Yeah, you could, I don't know if you want to use a spanner bit or like a little, I don't know. You see, I just don't know how you would take that apart. I think everything should have Torx, and that should be the end of it. I'm just not sure why you want to go with that. But S90V, nice little pocket clip. Action, of course, is good. It is really interesting how the blade sits into, not even the handle, it sits into this section of the knife. So it's a very cool design. This is a very interesting, I mean, whoever came up with this, wild design. You can see the little diagram. I mean, that takes a lot of, not only imagination, but design knowledge, intricate. I mean, just the blade goes into this section, into that finger ring. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, let's get that set aside. Next up from Kansept, we have something. I don't know what. Oh, this is the link. This is Damascus 80s camo carb. Oh, finally. I've been waiting for this one. Let's go. Okay. Cool. I'm going to put that stuff down. This is an awesome knife. Yeah, this is really cool. Really cool. I have been expecting this one, waiting for this one. The scales are absolutely sick. Got the 80s camo carbon, or I should say the scale, the show side scale. We got blackwash titanium on the clip side. Man, I should have started with this one. This is sick. Again, crazy design, not really my style, but it doesn't have to be. We got the opening hole, we got thumb studs. Damascus steel, which I'm not sure what that really means as far as, I prefer the Damasteel patterns in general. And Damasteel is, like a brand name. Damascus is kind of general. But The carbon fiber feels so good. They really did a great job. A little slight contour on there. And really nice, you can see the layers. So you can see not only the layers, wow, I mean, look at that. You can almost see the Damascus pattern, the layers of that, and the layers of the carbon fiber. Sick. Ooh. Ooh. Jeez. D10 is strong. So the Damascus looks very cool. But again, not my favorite pattern. To me, this Damascus looks, I don't know, it's like a little bit cheap. Whereas the Damasteel patterns, almost every Damasteel pattern, now I'm a Damasteel snob. No, every Damasteel pattern I've seen just looks like high quality, looks expensive, looks fancy, and that's what it should be. It should be fancy. So I feel like this kind of looks like Chinese Damascus, which it is. But anyway, let's do a little close up on it so you guys can see. A little compound ground action, hollow, flat, harpoon blade shape. That's what I'd call it at least. Frame lock. Am I going to be able to middle finger flick this? Oh, so that's kind of weird because the middle finger flick feels like dialed in, like perfect for my middle finger. Feels great. Crazy front flipper, very tall. By crazy, I mean very tall, large front flipper or top flipper. Okay. That works well. It's not my favorite opening method. Could they have just had the hole? Sure. But I think that a lot of people will like this. It's a satisfying top flip. Ergos feel really good. It's comfortable. The only thing that is to me is not comfortable is right where the lock bar kind of meets, well, it's not even on, yeah, it's actually not even the blade. I mean, not even the steel. It's a little bit of this titanium, sharp, and a little bit of this carbon fiber is sharp. Huh, interesting. So yeah, just it needs to be finished a little bit more on these two edges. Long backspacer, little lanyard hole. Pretty cool. What do you guys think? An old titanium pocket clip. Lock bar relief cut is on the outside. Okay, no big deal. Let's try these thumb studs again. Yeah, so the D10 just feels so strong on the thumb studs, but it's actually dialed in really well for all of the opening methods. So very cool. I love the look of the scale. I don't even know if it needed Damascus. It could have had a belt satin on here, and I feel like that would have done it. Anyway, very cool. This is the link. Did I say that? I think so. Let's see. That is the link. Nice. Very cool. Really cool. Put that aside. And let's check out the next. We're going to get through all of these. It's going to be a long video. Let's get through the next one from Kansept. This is the Mistaken Jonathan Styles. Okay, I know his designs. He does great work. Satin CPM 20CV titanium, twill carbon fiber. So I already like this just because it's from Jonathan Styles. I've seen his stuff before. This is definitely different. I feel like this is a departure from his usual design language. Let's see. Okay. A very, very prominent flipper tab. This is the definition of a pocket pecker. Wow. That thing is out there. Okay. Interesting. I definitely did, unless I'm confused. This is definitely different than Jonathan Styles' other stuff, and which is not a bad thing. Of course, you're allowed to make different things, but this is actually giving me some Benchmade Osborne vibes with the blade shape, flat ground, kind of like a shiny stone wash, blade steel 20 CV, Action, incredibly smooth. Thumb studs work well. Pocket clip, I like. And you have this, now I'm seeing this a lot, this, what I'm assuming is Chinese carbon fiber, and it is unique. I like it. It's not trying to rip off Fat Carbon or anyone. It's its own thing, so I think that is cool. It is a frame lock, but you have these inlays, so it's like it wants to be a bolster lock, maybe, but not really. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I mean, it's not my favorite. I think it's like a solid design. 20 CV, nothing here really kind of gets me going and excites me personally, but I think it's solid. I don't know. It's not really super exciting to me, but I mean, I don't know. Do you really need the flipper tab? I'm always trying to take off everyone's flipper tabs. Anyway, all right, that's enough of that. Solid, straightforward. Hopefully this is not more than 80 bucks. Let's get on to the last one from Kansept, the Ekis Gin Design. I feel like I've reviewed something from Gin Design before. S35VN, titanium. What do we have? Okay. Interesting. Titanium frame lock. I just know I'm going to get my finger pinched in here from this. All right, let's see. Ooh. Okay, not bad. I gotta say, the design, the shape, not really feeling it. But the handle, the ergos, very comfortable. So for my hand, it really fits my hand well. The clip does not bother me. I think this section of the clip, a lot of times, not just for this knife, but for most knives, is not done really well. So you get this kind of pokey, sharp thing. Not necessarily in and out of pocket or anything, but just when you're actually kind of bearing down on the knife. Gin Designs, cool. Frame lock. You have it's an interesting finish on the. This is just a dark. I would call it a dark blast. On the titanium, you have the gold accents. That works better, and you also get some better acoustics. Really strong lock bar pressure. All right, so I think this is cool. S35VN blade steel. You never know if the designer makes some of these decisions or if the OEM, because it's obviously like a partnership. It's a licensed design, which usually means that the designer designs it, the OEM makes it, and then the OEM sells it, and then they give like a royalty back to the designer for every knife that's sold. Usually that's something along those lines. But you never know if the designer makes the decisions or if the OEM does. I'm not feeling the gold hardware with the machine satin. I don't know. It just feels like kind of a mishmash. And we had to put the opening hole and the front top flipper and the back flipper. Feels like a lot of stuff jammed up. And the lock bar pressure is really strong. But in the future, I'd like to see more of a kind of streamlined, straightforward aesthetic. And it is cool looking, but as far as functionality, I don't know. Not to be too hard. I think the ergos are phenomenal. So the handle shape, I think, is on the right track. Yeah, I don't know. All right, there we go. Got a bunch of knives in. Oh, try not to break anything. Which one is your favorite? I gotta say, I mean, aesthetically, you can't beat this. This is pretty sick. Gotta go with the link, I think. What do you guys think? There is something very satisfying about this flick, though. Very kind of solid, like a thunk. Boom. All right, that just about wraps it up. Let me know what you guys think of these knives and if you would carry them, and I will catch you later.